we're doing a thing. Uh, we're gonna talk about Spooderman.
Should I introduce myself?
Yeah,
All right, I'm William Furno. I have like 4,000 subscribers, so
Ye-
subscribe to me.
of
And
course.
and I like Spider-Man, so that's why. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go through our thoughts on the Spider-Man movies in order, like from when they came out.
Yep, Spider-Man is a truly iconic superhero, but not every movie has been amazing.
Have you seen the Spider-Man made for TV movie from like the 70s?
I actually did watch that like a long time ago when I was younger, and I was like 10, and I was like, this is honestly the worst pile of crap I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? My dad saw it. Like, like when I was watching it, he walked past and he saw it, and he was like, back in the 70s, this was actually kind of good.
Wow. I watched it like a year ago when I first discovered it, and it was a fun time.
Yeah. Also, for viewers, I'm eating right now, so if I sound like I'm eating, it's because I am.
Yeah, that's fun.
So we should start with the good old one, 2002, the year I slipped out of the womb.
Well, really, you're a 2002 baby?
Yep, January though, so really close.
Oh. Yeah, actually, the first Spider-Man movie was that was actually the first movie I ever saw like in the theaters. Of course, I was a freaking baby child, a fetus fresh out of the womb, so I don't
Yeah.
remember it. But but I mean,
All right, so I think we should go through like what we thought about the film, like things we liked and things we didn't.
I actually watched all of them recently, so this is gonna be it's gonna be
I
pretty
actually,
easy for me.
I haven't watched the first one particularly in like a few years actually, but I've watched
Oh
it enough
jeez.
time. I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
I know so much
when,
about it.
when I was a
And
kid, I like burned it into my brain.
yeah, but I did recently watch the second one because I remembered it being the best, so I watched
Of
it again
course.
this weekend.
Anywho,
The first one.
yeah, I love it so much, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Tobey
think
Maguire is so perfect.
I think he nails Peter Parker pretty good.
Yeah,
But for the first movie, he does a good job as Spider-Man too. But and I'd say I think out of all the costumes we've seen, I think there's four in total, or I guess five counting the black suit. Um, I definitely like Sam Raimi's. Like, I don't know. I mean, I love the new one, but Sam Raimi's is really iconic. So
yeah,
it's really cool to see that suit because it looks just rustic, kind of.
yeah,
It's slick, but it has that like raised webbing,
yeah.
which is really cool.
Still don't know how he made it himself, but you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's why a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I like the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I
Yeah,
like that suit because it actually looks makeshifty,
yeah.
but I guess it's not that accurate. So
Oh god, the score in the movie is so good though.
it is. It's iconic. Like as far as superhero movie scores go, that's the one that maybe other than the Avengers or I don't know, maybe the original Superman movies.
Yeah.
That one stands up there as being one of the most iconic.
So, I was actually listening to the soundtrack like I think it was like last week or something, and I realized that the scene, like the track from the scene where freaking Mary Jane is like in the rain and like getting mugged or whatever, you can like see her freaking nipples through her shirt. The track for that scene is called Hard Nipples.
Are you serious?
Yeah, actually.
That's hilarious. Dude, the dude, what is his name? Danny, is it
Yeah, Danny
Elfman?
Elfman.
Right, he's got some humor in him, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we should talk about like the different main characters. Like we talked about Peter Parker and Spider-Man and everything.
Bonesaw, the greatest character of all
Oh
time.
my gosh. Bonesaw. That actually makes me mad because that's not like the name in the comics. He was like Crusher Hogan in the comics. But
Here, Bonesaw's ready.
yeah, I really like that makeshift suit he had. The
Oh, yeah.
hoodie, or not the hoodie. That was the one with the ski mask.
Yeah.
It was funny because like you can see Toby's eyes through it, and you can see like
Yeah.
his eyes go really wide. Pretty funny.
After the fight, when he's like talking to the dude, he doesn't have his mask on. So, I guess there's one dude who knows what he looks like.
Yeah. And then there was absolutely love James Franco as Harry Osborn. I mean, he is probably like one of the best castings out of the entire trilogy. And it's because he's like really creepy, especially towards the end of the trilogy.
God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then I know his first name is William, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Yeah, Defoe. That's it. As Green Goblin, that was a casting that was pretty good.
Perfect.
It was pretty good. I mean, I think he was a little old for the role, maybe. I don't know. He seemed old.
But you could tell he was just having such a good time.
He was, though. You could definitely tell. And I think, in 2002, the Green Goblin's costume was really good.
Yeah.
I still think it holds up a little bit. I like the metallic look of it, but I don't know. I feel like if you made a Green Goblin today, I'm not talking about the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one, though, it would look much different.
Yeah. Although sometimes it like the fight scene like at the parade thing kind of looks it just looks a bit off for some reason. It looks like a freaking Power Rangers episode.
It actually does kind of look like the Power Rangers suit.
It's like just in that scene though, like near the end, like when they're just like actually beating each other up. It like doesn't it looks great.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny, and that's what's great about watching these movies is that 15 years ago this movie was made, and it's still a fun superhero movie. Yeah. I mean, it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, but it's funny because it's like the first, other than the X-Men, I think big superhero movie that like really tackled the special effects realm and try to do all it could. I think that's why it ends up being kind of funny today. But I think the movie still holds up because of its story, its idea of a series of Spider-Man movies. So it kind of had that going for it.
Yeah. The final fight at the end, pretty much won. He won that because boner power, of course. And then
I really do think like the final like battle between Spidey and Goblin was one of the most beautiful Spider-Man scenes ever. Though.
Just getting.
He gets so wrecked.
Freaking mask gets all ripped up.
Yeah. It is. That was a really good part, I think.
Green Goblin got stabbed in the penis. Great way to go.
Yep. I also I noticed this actually. They just recently released the editor's cut of Spider-Man 3, for those of you who don't know. So there's a few deleted scenes and stuff that I've watched. And there's this one scene that kind of goes back to Spider-Man 1, where the scene where Peter's laying Norman Osborn on his deathbed when Harry walks in the first one.
Yeah.
There's an extended scene of what happens before the fight between Peter and Harry in Spider-Man 3. Like where Peter's all emo and stuff, and he's gonna go beat up little Goblin Jr. and all that.
We'll get to that.
Right. The beginning of that scene is Peter laying on that deathbed, kind of in the form that Norman Osborn was.
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, could you get any cockier?
Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess that's about all I have to say about the first movie. Yeah. It's a decent superhero movie. It stands out. Spider-Man 2.
The best.
Of course.
Literally, everyone thinks it's the best comic book movie, or it is one of the best comic book movies.
Man, Just
It
feel
is.
so bad for him in that movie. Freaking Peter Parker just gets screwed over so many times.
Oh yeah.
The scene where he's at like the party and he keeps like trying to go for like the appetizer things on the tray. It's like right
Yeah.
as he's about to get him, like somebody else will grab it.
Yeah, that was painful. And then like Mary Jane's gonna marry John Jameson.
Yeah, right. He freaking finds that out right after Harry slaps him. Oh God.
I guess we forgot to talk about Mary Jane a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, classic love interest for a superhero, I guess.
Yeah.
I know we're not to 3 yet, but I don't really care for Gwen in this trilogy at all. I think Mary Jane was they went with her, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I think she was always so annoying to Peter. Like if I were Peter, I'd just be like, nope, you're messing with my life. I'm just gonna be Spider-Man. Get out of here. Go find some hot blonde, probably Gwen, which is what he did actually. But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But I think, Peter gets screwed over so many times in Spider-Man 2, and I think that's what makes it much more satisfying, like when we get to the train sequence and he has the powers back.
Oh yeah, and Pizza Time.
Mm-hmm.
That's
my God.
Great.
One of the best openings to any superhero movie.
Of course. The scene where he's right after, or right as he's about to give the lady the pizzas, he's coming out of the closet.
Oh yeah, and you just watch him put all the brooms back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Peter and Spider-Man dynamic was nailed in this movie.
Of course.
And then Doc Ock, really good villain.
Yeah, actually, that was really good.
I think I like how he kind of sacrifices himself in the end.
Yeah.
The movie's trying to make him not a villain, I guess, but yeah, I think almost everything about Spider-Man 2 is really good. I would say the wedding scene at the end is so cheesy though.
Oh yeah.
Where she's running in her wedding dress, okay.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna drop the rich astronaut and run to the park in your wedding dress just to see this nerd in his lanky old apartment.
Yeah.
Who, may I remind you, shoots white stuff out of his wrist.
Oh God. Do you really want that? You don't know what could happen. He could give you cancer from his radioactive man juice.
It's actually a comic book. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Or Mary Jane dies.
Yeah.
Peter's 60. That's where I got the original inspiration for Hero Factory Rain.
Oh, really?
From that comic Spider-Man Rain, where it took place in the future. That was my idea when I first started doing YouTube. No crap.
Just Spider-Man?
Well, the idea of jumping ahead to the future, where everything's ruined.
The Amazing Spider-Boy, greatest video.
Yep, it has almost 1 million hits, people.
Oh God. Shoot. The freaking train scene, though. Oh God, it's so good.
It is so good. It's it's one of the most intense superhero sequences, I think.
See, there's maybe one meme thing that goes on in that entire sequence, and it's just one of the faces that he makes.
Well, of course. I mean, Toby's faces are iconic.
Yeah, that and the scene or the back when Bionicle was coming back, how there was. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a video going around, and it was Greg Farshti's face.
Oh my gosh, yes, I do remember that. That was so funny.
Oh God. I just remember laughing so hard at that.
Oh man. Yeah, I think. Oh, and I don't know if it was in the original edition or if it was in Spider-Man 2.1, but the scene where Jonah Jameson is jumping around in the costume.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so fun.
Okay, is it just me or does his head look so animated?
Yeah, it looks like it's not
But it's there, but it's not. I looked at it and I tried to comprehend it. My brain tried to comprehend it.
Yeah, it just looks so off.
It does look really off, but I can't tell. I think it is him though in the costume.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't cover this, but J.K. Simmons, great, amazing,
Oh yeah, he is.
perfect.
Great Jonah Jameson. I'm really sad that we didn't get like a different adaptation, or we haven't seen Jonah since I think
Yes.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since. Like I don't want to say I'm replacing J.K. Simmons, but like Jonah is such a really good part of the classic Spider-Man comics.
If J.K. Simmons back, would that?
That'd be actually really cool, but I think that would throw people off.
Yeah.
And even like now in the comics, there's like no Jonah Jameson. Like he's still there. I don't think he's died or I missed something big. But I remember he was in like the Superior Spider-Man storyline where Doc Ock was in Peter's mind.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him since they rebooted everything, or kind of like a loose continuation. I haven't seen him. But yeah,
God.
Spider-Man 2 was a great movie.
Yeah, pretty good.
I'm a huge Spider-Man nerd for those who don't know, so I might just go off and talk about things.
Okay. Spider-Man 3.
Oh god.
It's my favorite. I love.
This is the one movie where, when I first watched it, like when I was younger, and my parents started letting me watch PG-13 movies,
Whoa.
I was like, that was the best Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. And now,
Oh God.
Jump a few years ahead, I'm thinking about, how a movie should be laid out, how this movie should have been accurate to Spider-Man. And literally every second that goes by that I think about it, it gets worse.
This movie's just so there's so many things wrong with it, and because of that, I love it.
I know, it's like such a fun Spider-Man movie to just watch and be like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That's incorrect. Nope.
Oh my God.
I wanted to list off, I kind of, when Jake told me that he wanted to do this, I kind of started thinking about what I was going to say about these movies. And I came up with like a list of the top 5 reasons that Spider-Man 3 is not a good Spider-Man movie. I think, number 1, like, the plot twist with Sandman actually killing Uncle Ben.
Oh
Dumb.
yeah.
Stupid. Didn't happen. Venom is like number 2. The actor was terrible. Venom looked terrible.
Sounded terrible.
He sounded terrible. He looked so bad. It was like a skimpy little Venom. Probably like he looked shorter than Spider-Man. And
I want to kill the spider. You want to kill the spider. Oh Jesus.
What was the third thing? Oh, where the romance and drama got really bad with Peter and MJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and seeing Kristen Dunst do the twist.
I forgot about that scene.
Of course, the
dance.
That scene. What I was going to go into is emo Peter, but actually some of the parts with emo Peter were handled quite well. But the dancing scene, literally, like I think actually everyone on set that day had gotten high the night before.
Yeah.
The script, and they were just like, "Yo, dude, be freaking sick if Peter was dancing." So.
Oh God. Just. Have you seen the video? It's just like that clip, but it's like with like realistic audio.
What?
It's the scene. It's like the scene of him dancing down the street, except it's like without the music, and it's just like they like completely redid the sound effects. So like it's just like him making noises as he's like pointing at people and like snapping his fingers, and like people are just like making like disgusted noises.
Well, that's what it sounded like on set.
Yeah.
That's what's even funnier.
God.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was like one other thing about Spider-Man 3 that really pissed me off. I just can't think of it. Oh, right. Gwen Stacy. Terrible.
Oh yeah.
Bad addition. Didn't need to be there. Yeah, I don't understand why she was even in the movie, and her actress wasn't even memorable. I don't even know her name. Like, I can think
Yeah.
of Gwen Stacy as Emma Stone, because that makes sense.
She's
But,
a chick from Jurassic World.
oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay, well, chick from Jurassic World then, I guess.
Still don't know her name though.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that sequence where he's, like, flying through the air and going through all the debris to catch her. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it didn't need to be Gwen at all. It could just been some random...
Some Randy.
I said random, but yeah.
Freaking Randy the Red Roxy, dude. Getting him in Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
By the
Okay,
way, I still... One of these days I gotta edit in Black Biohero's face over Emo Peter dancing.
oh, yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah. Moral of the movie: don't be an edgy emo and hit your girlfriend. Also, you can fight your friend, completely destroy his face with a grenade, and he will still come back and help you.
Yep. The thing is, alright, so I kind of picked a sequence from each movie that I liked. With the first Spider-Man movie, it's definitely the final battle.
Yeah.
With the second one, it's the train.
Yeah.
But with the third one, I actually really enjoyed the fight with Peter and Harry, because the one thing that was good about this emo Peter was that he was like,
Edgy.
yeah, he was really edgy and jokey, and like jokey in like, you know, an edgy
Yeah.
way. So I made it really enjoyable, and I really loved the fight between Harry and Peter. I think it was really good. But unfortunately, I think the only other scene that I really liked was like Black Spider-Man versus Sandman,
Yeah.
where he shoves his face in the
Oh
train.
yeah. Oh god. But okay, so I was my friend was trying to talk to me about this the other day. But like, you know, the black suit makes him stronger, right?
Yes, it enhances his powers, but it also kind of takes him over.
Yeah, but like he was wearing that with his like while he was fighting Harry. So and like Harry was like actually like able to like defend himself like pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I think it's because, you know, Harry was trying to take up the mantle of Green Goblin and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Harry, other than, you know, obviously Spider-Man, Harry is my favorite character in the entire trilogy. Because his growth throughout the three movies is really good. Yeah, I love how they bring back William Dafoe. Like, I think he was.
yeah.
I know he was in the second one.
Yeah, he was at the end of the second one.
Mm-hmm. I liked how they brought him back just to like further progress Harry into kind of insanity, turning into the Goblin.
Yeah. The freaking death scene. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's hard to watch.
Yeah, like actually.
Like, not because Harry died, but because of Toby's crying.
Oh yeah. His freaking gross face.
And you know, I think back in 2007 it looked okay, but now I like look back at it, and the green screen sunset behind him.
Yeah.
So bad.
Every single movie ended.
Oh, I gotta tell you a little personal story about this movie though.
Oh, okay.
So when I was younger, my parents like naturally shielded me from PG-13 movies until I was like, I don't know, maybe 7 is the first time I started watching the Spider-Man movies.
Oh jeez.
But when I was younger than that, what was it? Spider-Man 3 had just come out. My sister saw it, like, with all of her friends, and she came back, and I was really excited, and I was like, Mom, Dad, can I go see it? And they were like, no, son, you're a pleb. So, I remember when it came out on DVD, and my dad bought it, and this is literally what he was like. We were at the store, and he picks it up, and he's like, I think I'm going to buy Spider-Man 3. I was like, oh, cool, are we going to watch it? And he's like, no, I'm going to wait till you go to bed. Like, no crap. He was just like, no, you're not allowed to watch it, I just want to see it.
Oh man.
But I remember, like, I really wanted to see it, so I looked up a clip on the internet the next day, and it was the clip of, like, Eddie turning into Venom at the church. And I got, like, super freaked out, and then I didn't watch Spider-Man 3 for, like, another year.
Oh god. Oh jeez. I I saw it in the theater.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember there was these freaking kids, these like teenagers, in like the very front row, and there was like a Venom jump scare in like the middle, like the end. And I just remember at the jump scare, they all just like shrieked at the top of their lungs. Nobody else in the theater reacted.
Yeah, because my parents shielded me from this stuff, I was a very wimpy little kid when it came to movies. I actually started... You can quote me on this. I started crying during Harry Potter 6.
Okay.
My sister wanted an excuse to go again, so she took me with her so she wouldn't be alone, and I started crying during the first sequence.
No, God.
And now I can watch horror movies without moving an inch. So
yeah. Oh, jeez.
Now let's talk about Spider-Man 4. I mean, oh wait.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
Wish there was a freaking Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, me too, actually. I wanted to see Carnage.
Yeah.
But I guess that wasn't actually an idea. I think it was just going to be,
Sam Raimi, Superior Spider-Man. Oh, God. What would that be like?
Oh, God. Like, if they did a Superior Spider-Man in the movies?
Yeah.
It'd have to be rated R.
God.
Oh,
It'd be
man.
emo Peter,
I think...
or even edgier.
I remember, well, I was like, what was it, 2008? So I would have been 6? Yeah. 6, and then 2009, 7. So I remember when they announced Spider-Man 4. And I don't think at the time I had actually seen the first 3. You know, I still had that whole parents thing. But I was still excited that they were making a Spider-Man 4. And I remember I went online and I looked up a trailer for it, and I actually found one. Now, it was fan-made, but I was too young to know that. I was pretty stupid.
Oh.
And I watched it, and it was totally like just a color-changed Venom to be red. But I didn't know that. I hadn't actually seen Spider-Man 3, so I didn't know what to expect. So I saw it, and I was like, oh my freaking God. Spider-Man 4 looks freaking amazing. But, you know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I think The Amazing Spider-Man actually was a good movie.
Yeah, actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think Andrew Garfield, like, you know, he's a good Spider-Man.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, but I think as Peter Parker, you know, he's fun to watch as Peter Parker just because he does, like, so many little quirky things that, you know, a great actor should do. But he just doesn't quite... He isn't really Peter Parker to me. He's, like, just a teen, but he's not Peter Parker.
Hipster.
Yeah, he's basically a hipster. Like, I don't know about you, man, but I'm not gay or anything, but he's pretty hot in those movies. Let me tell you, Peter's not hot, man.
That's why Tobey Maguire was so good, because he's not like, you know, he's not the most attractive dude.
No.
Oh, jeez.
And then, you know, I really did like Sally Field as Aunt May, though. And Martin, was it named Martin Sheen as Uncle Ben?
I don't know.
I really liked Uncle Ben in the first Amazing Spider-Man. I thought he was the most morale and really good character for the first Amazing Spider-Man. And, you know, Gwen was pretty good, too. Gotta say. Emma Stone is pretty hot.
Yeah. Only flaw with the movie is, he kind of forgot, like, about the dude who killed Uncle Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Like, halfway through the movie.
That pissed me off. I remember, like, walking out of the movie, and I was like, oh, that was awesome. Wait, what the heck? What happened?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, and I guess, controversially, the costume isn't great, but I don't know. I don't care. I like it.
Yeah. Web shooters.
Yeah. Definitely like the web shooters.
Yeah. I like the scene where he, like, made them. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool montage.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the movie is a good movie. Like, it's not the worst Spider-Man movie ever, and it's not the best, but, like, I think it's my second favorite.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man 1 is my third favorite, and obviously Spider-Man 2 is my top.
Spider-Man 3, favorite. God.
Favorite comedy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and then I liked the lizard villain. I liked him as the
Oh,
villain.
yeah.
I liked the actor that played him. I pretty much
Oh,
like the...
yeah! That reminds me, this thing that I noticed while watching the Spider-Man 2, but Dr. Connors actually did have one arm. I never noticed that until, like...
Right! Oh my god, I noticed that too when I watched the second one just this past week. I was like,
Yeah.
oh wow, they actually didn't put an arm on
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I think, like, it wasn't the best villain choice for the first Amazing Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
but, like, it wasn't
okay.
bad. It was, yeah, it was like, eh. It was like a basic Marvel movie, like, the villain is eh.
He had the freaking, like, cocoon thing out in his hand. He ripped it off, and he had, like, a giant baby hand.
Yeah, that scene was weird for me to watch.
Yeah, it really was, because he didn't, like, there were no, like, fingernails on it.
Oh, yeah.
And he freaking, like, touched the light bulb. Is the... just
Yeah.
gross.
There was a couple other things in that movie. Like that one Indian doctor, I guess he died.
Oh, yeah.
He never,
the dude
like,
from
showed
Life
up.
of Pi?
I figured out that in a deleted scene, he actually dies.
Oh, yeah. The lizard, like, eats him or whatever.
I think he just, like,
Bit his
stabs him a
face.
few times. I don't think he eats him. But,
No.
I guess he dies, and you
Yeah.
never actually, like, in the regular cut of the movie, you never really find out what happens to him.
Just like Uncle Ben's killer.
Exactly. I mean, there's a few plot holes in The Amazing Spider-Man, but, you know, I recently rewatched that one, too, like, a few weeks ago. So, all in all, I still enjoy it as a Spider-Man movie, and it's one of the ones that I do rewatch occasionally.
God, shoot, I just freaking remembered some. I was about to say something, but I freaking forgot. Darn it.
Oh. God.
Whatever. The bridge
You?
scene with the kid.
Oh, yeah. That's alright. Like, honestly, I don't... When I think of The Amazing Spider-Man, and someone asks me what my favorite battle is, like, I think they were all okay. But if I had to choose one, it'd be the high school one.
Yeah, the greatest Stan Lee cameo ever.
It actually is, though. It was really well done.
It was better than the ones in the Sam Raimi movies where it's just like him, like, almost getting hit by debris.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then the one in Spider-Man 3 where he just, like, randomly starts talking to Peter.
Yeah. Yeah. I enjoy every Stan Lee cameo. I mean, I guess except for, like... I guess on the first two, he just kind of, like, helped people away from debris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't really noticeable. Like, I noticed him because he has a very distinct figure, but, you know, with the white hair and the mustache, and he's always wearing... Yeah. Are they, like, aviators, or are they just aviator shaped?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But, yeah. I think that had one of the greatest Stan Lee cameos of all time.
Yeah.
And then we get to possibly the worst Spider-Man movie ever.
Man, I freaking... Okay. So, when I went to go see this movie, you know, I was aware of, like, the Gwen Stacy, like, death thing.
Me too.
But then, like, you know, I wasn't really thinking about it throughout the entire movie. And then, like, when it actually happened, I was like, oh, shoot, they did it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I didn't think they were going to go there, but okay.
Yeah. Like, I think there was way too much in that movie.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think that they had deleted scenes of Mary Jane.
Yeah.
That makes me weird. That makes me weird. Makes me feel weird that they had, like, so much in that movie already, yet they were gonna put Mary Jane in it.
They were about to freaking launch their Spider-Man cinematic universe.
Okay. Look, I love Spider-Man as much as the next guy, but okay, there cannot be a cinematic universe of just Spider-Man. That can't be. And you know what? It still pains me to this day, because I'm watching my profanity, guys, but Sony's about to launch their shitverse on us. With the Venom movie.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
And I remember, did you see the interview with Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal?
No.
Okay, basically, Amy Pascal, she's like the supervisor, like the director between the deal that they have now.
Yeah.
And she was talking, and the interviewer asked about the Venom movie, and she said something really stupid like, "Yeah, this Venom movie is going to launch like a whole set of new movies that will take place within the same Spider-Man reality as Tom Holland is in right now." And the interviewer asked, "Do you think we could see Tom Holland in these spin-off movies?" And she just smiles and smirks, and she's like, "Yes, possibly." And Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, is sitting to her left, or her right, I guess. And he is not saying anything, and he has this look on his face, like he wants to choke the life out of this woman. Like everything she is saying is totally wrong, and it's actually true. Because the next day, I'm pretty sure a bunch of them were interviewed, and Tom Holland says, "Yeah, the Venom movie is actually not connected to my Spider-Man, and that's never happening." And Kevin Feige said the same thing. And Amy Pascal comes out, and she's like, well, yeah, there's a possibility Spider-Man could be in them, but it most likely won't be Tom Holland. And I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have no idea how this whole movie thing is gonna.
The deal between them? Yeah, I don't get how it works either. I think that right now they're planning to make 3 movies, like Spider-Man trilogy, but it sounds like Sony just is secretly planning this cinematic universe, and as soon as they make a lot of money from the first 2 Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man movies, they're gonna back out on the deal.
Oh my freaking god.
And they're going to put Spider-Man in their own Sony movies, and Spider-Man will actually no longer be part of the Avengers. But that's actually just a rumor based on what Sony's saying right now. And they sound so nice when they're doing it. They're so courteous, but trust me, Sony is just a bunch of greedy little fricks over there trying to get money from Marvel. And Kevin Feige, this guy, this president of Marvel Studios, he's a freaking boss. He's the reason we have the Avengers movies and stuff like that. He's the reason we have Spider-Man in the Avengers movies now. And if there's one thing I know, it's Disney and Marvel combined have billions of dollars, and I'm pretty sure they're ready and willing to drop a bunch of it just to get Spider-Man all the way back.
God, I don't even think there's anything to say about The Amazing Spider-Man 2, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really watch it anymore. I'd say Electro was actually really cool, though.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx as Electro, that was really good.
Gap in his teeth was fixed.
Yeah, I feel like the movie would have been way more successful if they hadn't tried to put Rhino and Green Goblin in it. And
that was the thing.
Yeah, Electro was actually really fun. I love the Times Square battle. I think, that's
that was really cool.
That is one of the best sequences of the film.
The soundtrack was kind of... It was okay.
Actually, I think it's my favorite. But then Danny Elfman's, I don't really listen to Danny Elfman's too much, but I do love it. But I think Hans Zimmer really nailed the soundtrack.
Because you've used that a lot in your videos.
I do because it was one of the first movie soundtracks that I actually really listened to.
Yeah.
When I started getting into making more cinematic YouTube videos, that's one of the first soundtracks I listened to. I fell in love with Electro's theme real quick. So. Yeah. And I don't use it much anymore when I try not to if I don't have to, but sometimes there's just a scene that I'm listening to without music, and I'm just like, you know what would really fit good here? So, yeah. I think, what was I going to say? Yeah, there was way too much in Amazing Spider-Man 2. You had 3 villains, which they didn't learn from Spider-Man 3, I guess.
Yeah.
And what else did they? They tried to introduce Green Goblin way too quickly, and they killed off Norman Osborn right like that, even though he wasn't even in it at all. What else did they do? They introduced Alistair Smythe as just one of the doctors at Oscorp. They didn't say much about him, but Smythe is actually a really big villain in the comics. What else did they do in that movie that they didn't do anything else with? Oh, right, they set up the freaking Sinister Six.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, we're making a Sinister Six movie, guys. And, that's not happening. Well, it might be, actually, with Sony's new crap verse, but... But, I don't really want to see... I don't want to see any Spider-Man movies other than just Spider-Man movies. I don't want to see villain movies. I love Spider-Man's villains, but they can't have their own movies.
Yeah. I don't. They've never really like done like a like a villain movie really.
Yeah. Look, I'd say if they really wanted to do it, the only character it would work with would be Venom. Because he's already a really developed character in the comics, and they could do a movie with him. But they couldn't do it without having Spider-Man in it.
Of course.
So, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 failed because it was trying too hard to set up the other movies. That didn't happen. And, I don't know, just too much in it already. Even without trying to set up other films, there's too much.
Best thing in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, my boy Jorge. The freaking, the kid with...
Oh, yeah. I always forget about him.
My God.
Yeah.
Jorge, the greatest character.
Yeah, who names their kid Jorge? Come on. It's like you're calling your friend.
No wonder he was getting bullied in that alley. We could name like that. Jeez.
Like you're calling your friend over, and you don't really like this friend, so you're like, whore.
Jeez. Oh God, I never thought of it like that. Oh Jesus.
Well, I guess the other sequence that they pretty much nailed was the Gwen's death sequence.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Like, you know what? It was too soon, because Green Goblin was terrible. But
Chronicle dude. Dude. Oh God.
That's actually like all I thought about when I saw as Harry Osborn. I thought about Chronicle.
Yeah.
Because it was such a good movie, but I don't know how, honestly, like, Dane DeHaan, he's good, and he was great in Chronicle.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
I don't know how the guy's making it, though. He's really not that appealing.
Yeah.
Apparently he's in, like, a space movie this year.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently he's making it, but I don't know how.
I don't know. There was Chronicle. And then I think there was, like, the one, like, last year that he did. I don't remember.
I'm not aware of it.
Some, like, weird... It was, like, a horror movie, I think.
Wait. No, I wasn't thinking of it.
Cure for Wellness. That's...
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't see it.
And then I guess there's only one more movie to talk about, which is possibly, other than Spider-Man 2, one of the greatest comic book movies of all time.
Yeah, because I have definitely seen it at today's date of June 30th, 2017.
You watched Civil War today?
Yeah.
Wait, are you thinking I was going to say Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah,
or like...
I forgot about Civil War.
No, Spider-Man Homecoming is not out yet at the recording of this video. I'm talking about Civil War.
Some people have seen it, though.
That's true. There was a red carpet premiere, and I think it's out in like a couple countries.
I'm not. I'm staying away from the internet.
Actually, yeah, I unfollowed. Like, I was following a bunch of Tom Holland and Spider-Man like fan accounts on Instagram. I unfollowed all of them. I also even unsubscribed from Marvel Studios.
Oh my God. Dude,
I know,
man, they keep putting out these freaking videos where it's like, hey, we're gonna reveal these little details, and it's like, I kind of wish like I didn't know that, to be honest.
Yeah, all right, and I can't actually avoid them because even like I unsubscribed from Comic Book Cast. I love the guy who does Comic Book Cast. He's kind of dorky, but he's very factual. But he updates on the littlest of things and puts it straight in the title. Like, I don't know. I haven't heard a lot of confirmed stuff from the movie, but I've heard a lot of like rumors and stuff before the movie was even being shown. So I don't know what to think anymore. But I've definitely I know a lot less about this movie than I would if I'd been still subscribing to people. And then also in my recommended, I keep getting like the TV spot thumbnails, and they're all different. And I'm like, no, I haven't seen that one little still frame before. I haven't seen it, and I want to see it.
I kind of wish like there just weren't like trailers at all, to be honest. Because whenever I like watch a movie, I'm like getting really like into it, and I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking like, characters in like a really bad situation. Looks like he's like about to freaking die any second. It's just like, but he can't die because I haven't seen this clip from the trailer yet.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that happened to me in Civil War last year.
Oh god.
Like, what was it? There was like a sequence or something that I saw a TV spot last year, and it was like of Rhodey, and he was in his already like prosthetic costume,
Yeah.
like that he's in the end of the movie. I was like, oh crap, that better not happen like after he gets hit. And then I watched the movie and I was like, crap, I haven't seen that scene yet. He's alive.
God dang it.
Yeah, so I've been actually the only things I've watched for this movie, Spider-Man: Homecoming, are the main 3 trailers actually. Which
Oh really?
I guess they didn't show much. I don't think they showed too much. There's people who complain they did, but based on the amount of TV spots I'm seeing that are apparently out, I haven't seen much.
Yeah, most of the TV spots are like, no, I don't think they're even like related to the movie. It's like, oh hey, I'm Spider-Man and I need to go to Tony Stark's party to watch this basketball game.
Yeah, that was just propaganda though.
Oh yeah, it was dumb.
Mhm.
I mean, it was entertaining.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see it, to be honest.
but definitely with Avengers 3. Like, you see, I like first trailers. I actually love first trailers for films because it's what they show in the theater whenever you go to see a movie before that.
Yeah.
And it's also it's like a good hype. It's like a good hype up. Like, oh my god, the first Civil War trailer was golden. I don't know if you remember it, but the music and just like the build up of it, where eventually you saw, I mean, everyone, of course, except for Spider-Man because they were keeping him out of it,
Yeah.
running at each other, and you see Black Panther like for a split second in the sunlight for the first time in the cinematic universe, and then you just see them all running at each other, and then that final sequence of Iron Man, Cap, and Bucky just nailing each other.
Nut.
That sounded wrong. Punching each other. Yeah, it just gets you really hyped. I think I just ruined my mood by saying that, but
Right as you said that, like I just said nut. I didn't intend on that because I honestly wasn't like paying attention to you, like how you said that. It worked out. Oh god.
yeah, Civil War was amazing.
It
So
was. Spider-Man was what bothers me is that I hear so many people complain about his age.
oh yeah, that bothers the crap out of me.
He's a kid. He's not supposed to be a kid. It's like, no, actually he is supposed to be a kid. It just so
I know,
happens
right?
that they only cast like 30-year-old men.
Yeah, what was it? Like when people do that, and I say, actually, no, he's supposed to be a kid. I don't know. I just feel like they look at me with this look of remorse. Like, why are you on this planet if you're just here to correct me? Yeah, I just feel like I can't correct anyone about how Spider-Man truly should be and how Tom Holland's actually nailing it.
I heard that he's like basing it like off, or like he's basing it off of like Ultimate Spider-Man.
Which is amazing.
Yeah,
not
of course.
not the cartoon, thankfully.
Oh god.
Have you read the Ultimate Spider-Man comic books?
I have not read them, but I know. I know everything.
They're actually like the best.
Yes.
I'm still reading them today. Actually, they're still coming out with them.
Oh really?
But
Oh
they're
yeah,
not-
'cause he freaking like croaked.
Hmm?
Didn't he?
Oh,
like, yeah, he croaked like a while
Peter,
ago.
yeah, Peter died, and I think that issue 160 came out back in 2011. But
Yeah, that was a while
Yeah.
ago.
they did like the Miles Morales story, and they don't technically call him Ultimate Spider-Man anymore. The series is just called Spider-Man. But in my head, I actually still have the official count of issues. I believe we're at like 227,
Oh, shoot.
something like that. No, it's not 227. Like 222, whatever. Yeah, so I think Miles right now is my favorite in the comics. I don't really care for Peter anymore because he's like, I mean, I still like his comics, but he is actually like a multi-million-dollar man
Oh,
now
yeah, that's a thing.
because he owns Parker Industries,
Yeah. Thanks,
and it's
Otto.
kind of, it's actually kind of weird though. So yeah, that's where I stand right now, and apparently, Spider-Man: Homecoming got a 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, based off of early screenings and stuff. So if that's true, and some people are saying it's their favorite Spider-Man movie, or it's just behind Spider-Man 2. So I am actually really hyped for this.
I feel like I'm gonna freaking go, or like it's gonna be like. I feel like I'm gonna be like, oh well, it's the 7th, the movie's out. I'm gonna stay away from social media. Some dude's gonna freaking text me, dude, this happens in Spider-Man: Homecoming. Dude, I'm actually really mad because I had Logan spoiled for me. I had the last 2 Star Wars movies spoiled for me. I had Civil War spoiled for me.
Nothing really happened in Civil War though.
No, but it was like the thing. It was like, oh, Bucky killed freaking what's his face
I
parents.
guess it was a plot twist. I always forget about that because like a lot of the plot twists have been just people dying.
Yeah.
But I always forget about like the stuff that I guess like current people dying.
Yeah.
So I guess I always forget about Civil War's plot twist just because it was like it only pertained to that movie. There wasn't anything else it affected.
Yeah. Tony stank.
You know, I was actually reading. I recently read the Civil War 2 storyline that came out last year, and when I was looking at the covers, like I've had these comics for a while, and I was like, this just doesn't look very good. Like it looks like they're definitely just jumping off of the popularity of the movie and making another one just so they can make a few bucks in the comic industry, which companies will do that. And Marvel has been actually doing this. They rebooted like Secret Wars a couple years ago just so they could reboot their entire universe. They're just grabbing money at this point. Which, Civil War 2 is actually still a pretty good story. I'm okay with saying that. But Civil War 2 is actually still really enjoyable. I think it's because like Miles Morales was a huge part of it, which was really cool. Like Peter Parker is no longer like a huge part in this Civil War. Like Miles and the new Captain America and Venom.
Whoa. New Captain. Oh, is that like the freaking like the Hydra one?
Well, okay. I actually haven't read Secret Empire, and I don't plan to, so I have no idea what's going on with Cap. Like I heard about him saying "Hail Hydra" on one of the comics, but I have no freaking idea what's going on right there. I don't read the big overarching story comics anymore because I dropped too much money on them. But when I say the new Cap, it's still Steve Rogers, I guess, but he has a different costume and he wields like a different shaped shield.
Oh yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because you sent me the picture of the
right.
thing.
And Miles was like holding the shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess he's new, but the way he talks in the comics, it's definitely like the same Steve Rogers because in Civil War 2 they do a lot of callbacks like to the conflict between Tony and Cap that happened back in like 2006 I think. So it's definitely still the same Steve Rogers, but I don't know how he's different other than his look. And I guess he's Hydra. But I don't know much about that. But anyway, Civil War 2 is actually it was pretty decent, and I actually like really enjoyed reading it. I remember like after every comic, the last page would say "to be continued." I'd be like, you know what, I actually really want to pick up the next one. So I did, and I finished it.
I know like nothing about Civil War 2.
Okay, well, it's basically about the Inhumans. Do you know who the Inhumans are?
Vaguely.
Basically, they're like an alien race that a lot of the spores, I guess, came in contact with Earth, and the spores are released from these crystals called Terrigen crystals, and there are many humans on Earth that are descendants of the Inhumans, and these humans on Earth have like inhuman genes in them, and when the Terrigen spores hit them, they react, and I mean the inhuman part of them comes out, and they gain a special superpower, basically like mutants, but born in space.
Okay, space mutants.
And right, space mutants basically, but they're on Earth and they look human. The thing about Civil War II is this whole battle is over this one Inhuman named Ulysses. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I heard about it.
Right, and he's able to like have visions of the future,
Yeah.
and they really emphasize the fact that he can pull others into the vision, and they can all feel it. Like it's not just like watching a TV screen; they're all like there, and they feel it. And this woman, I don't know a lot about her. Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. I don't know a lot about her, but this is like the first actual comic book series I've read where she's a main character. But Captain Marvel is launching this new program where she wants to prevent stuff before it happens. Basically, kind of like the Superhero Registration Act in the first Civil War. And she doesn't know really how to do this. And then Ulysses comes in, and she wants to, like, right as Ulysses has a vision of the future, Captain Marvel like instantly wants to act upon it and go and arrest these people or take them into custody, question them, and all that. And this one vision Ulysses has is of Thanos coming to Earth looking for a cosmic cube. And Captain Marvel knows about this. And before Captain Marvel goes on this mission to get Thanos, Rhodey lands, War Machine lands, and I guess they're dating. It's a little weird. But apparently, like, Captain Marvel takes Rhodey with her to this mission to take out Thanos. And as they're doing this, War Machine dies. Thanos just punches like a huge hole in his suit, and everything breaks, and then he dies. And apparently, this wouldn't have happened if they hadn't known about it, because War Machine wouldn't have been there, Rhodey wouldn't have died. So this triggers Iron Man. He's like, okay, all right. So we know that this kid who has these visions, like, it's a probable future. They figured out that the visions Ulysses has are not, like, set in stone. Like, they could be changed. Like, for example, Ulysses had a vision of Galactus, or one of these intergalactical titans, coming down and destroying Earth. But, like, Earth was destroyed in his vision, and then the Avengers go and stop him. So that didn't happen. So it's already said and done that these visions aren't actually what happens. But Captain Marvel still says, no, we're going to listen to these visions, we're going to go and arrest these people. Because what if they're actually true?
Yeah.
And Tony's like, no. So I think the slogans were, Tony wants to protect the future, Captain Marvel wants to change the future. I think that was the slogan. So that's the premise behind Civil War II. And it was actually pretty good. Especially Miles' role.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Oh god. Yeah, I vaguely remember hearing about that.
Yeah. But in total, it was definitely a cash grab.
Yeah.
I don't think it was
cash grab. Dead Uncle Simulator on the PS4 looks pretty good.
What?
Dead Uncle Simulator, the Spider-Man game.
Wait, is it the No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man game.
Nope.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a new Spider-Man game on the PS4, and it looks really cool.
Oh, you mean like the one that was at E3?
Yeah.
I thought you were serious that they were making like a parody game called Dead Uncle.
No.
No, yeah, the Spider-Man PS4 game looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah. It kind of makes me want a PS4, but at the same time...
I'm broke.
Yeah. I don't have money. I had to freaking... Oh, God. I have a phone bill to pay. I owe my parents money because they bought me a freaking plane ticket to go see Trevor. Oh, God.
And then the new cartoon coming out this summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It looks... Nothing will beat the Spectacular Spider-Man. Have you ever seen that one?
No.
do you even really care for the cartoons?
I never watched the cartoons, really. I wasn't really too big into cartoons when I was younger. I watched, like, Adventure Time and, like, Beyblade.
Of course you did.
Who doesn't watch Adventure Time? It's the greatest show ever.
I did actually watch the first, like, 4 seasons.
I mean, I haven't watched it in, like, a long time. I mean, I had this freak... Okay, so... This is unrelated to Spider-Man, but... in my gym class, I didn't have any friends in there whatsoever. So this is one kid, pretty much he was in the same situation as me, except he was like one of the weirdo kids. And
Aw, Jake.
He'd come. Huh?
I said, aw, Jake.
Kind of weird. He kept coming up to me and he's like, "Hey man, have you seen the new episodes of Teen Titans Go?" It's like, dude, I don't freaking... He's like, yeah, this weekend I'm gonna marathon Teen Titans, and then I'm gonna marathon Adventure Time, and then I'm gonna marathon, like, this, like, kids show, and I'm like, dude, I don't, I don't think you understand. I don't watch, like, cartoons. I don't know why you're telling me about this. It was really weird. I don't know.
Dude, I mean, if you ever get time, you gotta watch The Spectacular Spider-Man. Like, I know you don't really care for the cartoons, but trust me, this one's worth it for Spider-Man.
Watch the one with Drake Bell.
No. Not that one. Ultimate Spider-Man is god-awful. It was terrible from the start, and it ended terribly.
But Drake Bell.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, the new guy, like, I saw a clip from the new cartoon. I don't know if I'm actually going to watch it, but the guy's voice sounds way too similar to Drake Bell's, and I actually want to kill myself when I'm watching this.
Drake Bell and Josh Peck are no longer a thing.
Well, yeah, I know.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah, I think that the new cartoon, like, it looks better than Ultimate Spider-Man by a long shot, but it's not going to be better than Spectacular. There's just no way, especially if it's being produced by Disney. There's just no way.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's all being produced by Disney.
Spectacular Spider-Man wasn't, though.
No.
Because that was before Disney bought Marvel.
Yeah, it was before the thing.
So Sony produced that one, actually. And it was like, you know, other than Spider-Man 2 and The Amazing Spider-Man and the first Spider-Man movie, the only Spider-Man movie to come out of them that wasn't total garbage. I remember watching it as a kid. It was one of the first Spider-Man shows I was actually able to watch, like, on Saturday mornings. So I was growing up, and I was like 5 when it premiered. And I'd always get up and watch it every Saturday morning. It was like the highlight of my week. And I didn't understand, like, any of it because it was kind of a complex show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like one of those, like, cartoons that actually has continuity to it.
Oh, wow.
Kind of, like, develops in actually deep characters.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I just liked it because Josh Keaton, the guy who voices Spider-Man, was just perfect. So yeah, if you ever get time, even if you just watch a trailer for it, I'll be happy with you.
Okay. Just for you. God. Well, I'm going to end the recording.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Bye.
It's an hour and 3 minutes, oh jeez.
Alright, so what do you want to talk about now, Jakey Poo?
Shoot, I don't know.